Hey guys, it's raining a little bit, but it's not gonna stop me from recording this video. First of all, I can't believe that it's been 6 months since I promised myself that I will be doing yoga every day. So let me just tell you a little bit about my yoga background. I did maximum 4 or 5 classes in my whole life. I really enjoyed it. I did find myself being a little bit bored on some of the practices, and some of the practices were a little more fun. It never really impressed me, but I really liked harder classes because they actually challenged me to work with my whole body. Once lockdown started being serious again, gyms were closing, opening, so it just got really frustrating for me, so I decided to work out at home. So I was doing workout videos. At some point I was like, I remember I did yoga, and there was this one advanced yoga class that I did. I went on YouTube and I found some advanced yoga classes. They were by amazing channel Boho. This channel just taught me so much. So I found those advanced classes, and they were 20-minute classes, and I just tried some of them. They're really hard and I could not do most of the things that they were doing there, but I just kept practicing, and I noticed that I just kept coming back to those videos. I did it almost every day, and I just felt really squirrels. Yeah, so I just found myself doing those classes pretty regularly, and then I watched this motivational video about how you can reach your goals. This video challenged me. It said, if you want to do something good, just do it for 50 days straight. Whatever you want to do, just do it 50 days. It's gonna be enough for you to find out whether this is something that could be your lifestyle. So I was like, 50 days, okay, yoga every day, what's so hard about that? I already enjoy it, and I might as well just make a habit out of it. I made this really bad calendar where I would just cross off the day when I did yoga. As you can see, I did it every month. Let me tell you what started happening. I have notes. Before quarantine, before lockdown, I personally was always looking for stimulation outside of my body. So social media, going out, meeting people, shooting. I do photography. This was gone. I couldn't do that anymore. So what yoga really flipped for me and showed me that I don't need stimulation from outside, and I can really go inward and spend time with my body. I could find so much, I could learn so much that I didn't think is possible without internet, without books, or so I was my own learning material, and that was really cool. It was the first time in my life that I was working out not for the sake of looking good. It was for the sake of feeling good and having fun. This was very, very exciting. So I got kind of addicted to that feeling of spending time with my body and putting all of my thoughts into the movement. So at first I did 20 minutes a day, and it's not really that hard to do 20 minutes a day. The hardest part is to stick to it. The hardest part was the consistency and to come to the mat when I did not want to do anything. After I did my practice, I always felt amazing. I always felt so grateful that I ended up coming to the mat. I also noticed that my confidence went up because I did not feel like I need to look a certain way. I wasn't relying on looks. I was relying on the feeling and on my ability of my body carrying its weight, and that was just such a big confidence booster for me that came from within and not from validation from outside. So this really flipped a lot for me. The third thing that yoga taught me is to breathe. For that, I've been trying meditation, and it did not work for me. It was boring. I could not breathe properly. I was just always in thoughts, and I did not see the point. So yoga really showed me how to breathe, how to move with breath, and that eventually led me to practicing meditation. I realized I could not breathe before. I worked out for a long time before that, and I never considered breath as something worth concentrating on, and the breath and body connection is just so powerful, and I'm still learning. Yoga brought me just through a lot of difficult times, and it doesn't mean that I went on the mat and I forgot about my problems. It just means that I accepted that I am not in a best mental state right now, and it's okay. The movement let me release it, let me be okay with it. It's just such a good therapy for me. When I feel a little bit stuck or anxious, I'm always like, did I do my practice today? No? Okay, there we go. It's really raining. Oh my god, I am soaking. I'm gonna do this. I love rain, you know. Yoga showed me after a few months that I could not go a day without it. My body started feeling tight if I did not do my daily practice, and my mind was just a big mess. So this habit started sticking to me, and I kind of rely on it to put my day in a right flow. There's so many yoga classes that I could do that it's just impossible to ignore the practice. I could go with a very relaxing yin yoga class, or I could do something more energizing. It was really hard to not to do it because there's literally no excuse for me not to do it. Whatever mood or body state I'm in, there's classes for that. After a while, everything started changing. I don't know if it was yoga necessarily. I think it was. I think it was the beginning of something. Yoga showed me that one habit can change so much, and I started adding a little bit more habits that were good for me, like reading, like meditating, and my mind started opening up so much. It's been just such a changing half a year. Like, it's been only 6 months, but I feel like a different person. I feel like myself, actually. I feel like this was a different person that everyone told me to be. Yoga really made me connect with myself. I started just being much more curious about things. Outside of yoga, I got really interested in my mind. Even though my practice started with feeling my body better, I understood that yoga is so much more. That yoga is actually everything about the mind. Okay, I'm soaking. Yoga showed me how much discipline can do for you. I dedicated myself to those 20 minutes a day. I did much more. Sometimes I did like 2 hours, 3 hours on the mat just because I felt like it. Sometimes I did like 10 minutes because I did not have time or desire, but it still brought me through the practice. Discipline is something that I got really passionate about, and I feel like an army boy right now. It's definitely a lot of work, but it's worth it because it just gets me so much further and it teaches me so much. I felt the change, and I felt the change in people around me, and that was so beautiful because once you change for the better, you kind of affect everyone close to you, and this is just unavoidable. Yoga showed me that I have so much more willpower than I thought I do, and now I'm applying this willpower towards all of the aspects of my life. This is just so insane that everything is just changing in every aspect because I decided to do it. I gave myself a lot of goals when it comes to physical state. I learned how to do headstands, how to do elbow stands, and I'm practicing my handstands right now. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of body control. I start to own myself a little bit more, even though I still feel like the world and the society owns me. I start to realize that I should really stop caring about outside and start caring about how I feel inside. And that just, brought me in such a good state of mind where I just have much less anxiety, and I am excited. I cannot wait to find friends who are also on this journey, and this is partly why I'm making this video, because I really want to find like-minded people. Yeah, I'm just excited to just continue. Thank you for watching. I hope this video motivated you in some way. There's so many more things that I learned and I did not even mention in this video. I'm gonna leave all of my experiences with this journey here on this channel, so stay tuned for more videos, and thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, let me know if this is something that you are inspired to do or you are already doing. Subscribe to this channel. I am very excited to share more things. I can't wait to see you soon. Look at my notepad, it's wet, okay? And my notes. I love rain.